Today, Bitcoin jumps more than 6% as investors look for signs that Trump could walk back some of his new tariffs. The Senate votes to get rid of a DeFi tax requirement. And Richardson of Exodus breaks down the company's fourth quarter earnings. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Katie Tarasov. Crypto markets in the green this morning as investors make sense of newly imposed tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. Investors are also on the lookout for more updates on the president's proposed U.S. crypto reserve, which wasn't mentioned during last night's address to Congress, but will get the spotlight during a crypto summit happening at the White House on Friday. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin and Ether each rose more than 6% to $88,900 and $21.89 respectively, and Solana climbed more than 4%. Okay, let's talk about the top stories. A joint resolution rolling back a crypto tax rule implemented under former President Biden just passed the Senate. The measure looks to do away with an IRS rule finalized back in December, which required DeFi brokers to send 1099 forms to customers. The crypto industry argued that rule placed an unfair burden on DeFi platforms. The joint resolution garnered wide bipartisan support, passing through the upper chamber in a 70-27 vote. Now it heads up to the House. Next, official NBA and NASCAR social media accounts were apparently hacked to promote crypto scams. The flagship X accounts and other official accounts of the leagues posted announcements touting crypto tokens, but those tokens were likely fraudulent and the posts were taken down shortly after. We reached out to the NBA and NASCAR, but didn't hear back immediately. All right, for our main story, we spoke with Richardson. He's CEO of Exodus, which reported its fourth quarter earnings for 2024 on Monday. Crypto World's Tanea McKeel asked about the company's revenue and user growth and what a U.S. strategic crypto reserve would mean for his company.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today on Crypto World. Exodus just delivered earnings on Monday, reported a 107% increase in full year revenue compared to 2023. Talk to me about the biggest drivers behind that growth.
Really comes down to everybody being excited about crypto and digital assets. I mean, first in early 2024, you saw the creation of the Bitcoin ETFs. And then in the summer of 2024, you saw the Ethereum ETFs. And so naturally, these things drive a lot of excitement from the industry. But fundamentally, when it comes down to it, self-custody is popular and people are always looking for a simple, easy to use experience like Exodus. And so when people are interested, they're coming and they find our software, and that's what's really driving the growth.
One other thing that stuck out was a spike in monthly active users from Q3 to Q4. What do you attribute that growth to? And is this related to the run-up in crypto that we saw after the U.S. election or something else?
Yeah, I would say ultimately it's a mixture of a lot of things. Definitely the run-up in crypto and Trump being the crypto president helps. But again, it comes down to the software that we've built, the wallet that we've built, and how easy it is to use. The combination of those two factors really make it so that a lot of people are coming and using Exodus.
Biggest region for growth right now, is it in the U.S. with this about face and crypto strategy, or is it somewhere abroad?
Surprisingly enough, most of our customers are actually outside the United States. The statistics are about 70% outside the United States. So we still have a lot of work to do to get people inside the United States, but most of the growth is coming from outside the United States.
And as a follow-up to that, what's their biggest crypto focus? Is it Bitcoin?
Yes, absolutely. Nothing competes with the king of crypto, Bitcoin. There is only one. Recently I had commented on the strategic crypto reserve. And of course, the strategic crypto reserve, holding Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, and XRP. That's great for our business. But ultimately, I think in the interest of Americans, Bitcoin is the best there. And so, yeah, most of our customers are interested in Bitcoin. We're also seeing the rise of interest in stable coins. Dollar-backed coins, where a lot of people are using those. And so we see a lot of interest in a lot of these asset classes.
Obviously, that crypto reserve, there's a market sell-off going on now, but a really big story this week. And I guess I just wonder what what that would mean, and does something like that have an impact on Exodus, especially in terms of storage? Do you see a role for your company there?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, the United States signaling to the world that as a country, as a nation, we're going to hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the rest of these assets. No doubt other countries are going to follow. And so then what you're going to have is you're going to have more excitement in this asset class and more people thinking to themselves like, hey, I hear the United States is going to hold Bitcoin and other countries are going to hold Bitcoin. Maybe I myself should go hold some Bitcoin as well. And so it's going to drive more and more interest in this asset class and more people using Exodus.
You mentioned stablecoins a minute ago. What do you make of the progress for legislation there that we're seeing in the U.S. now, or the bills before Congress? So I guess that's the Stable Act and the Genius Act on the right track.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to see this happen this year. One of the biggest changes I really want to see is the ability for stablecoins to pass on the interest that they're earning from treasuries, from U.S. Treasury bills, to consumers. So you can imagine if you're a consumer and you're holding that stablecoin, that you're actually earning interest as well. And so I think that's going to be really an important thing to see. And looking forward to talking to the president and the rest of the ecosystem on Friday at the White House.
Yeah, and I was just going to mention that. All eyes kind of on that event, looking for more direction and detail around the crypto reserve and, the rest of the administration's plans to support the industry. Give me like one or two things that are on the top of your regulatory wish list as a crypto company.
Yeah, the first one really comes down to ensuring that Americans have that right to self-custody, right? I mean, as a creator of a self-custodial wallet, this is going to be paramount for the future for protecting Americans' right and security to hold crypto assets. That's going to be super important. So the next thing is it really comes down to the strategic reserve, and with a big emphasis and focus on Bitcoin. I think that's going to be really important. And then again, with this the third thing would be with this stable coin legislation, we're going to need to be able to pass on that interest to consumers so that they can benefit as well.
Okay, that's all for Crypto World today. We'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll see you then.